Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel Langston. I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some Cricut tool dupes that you can find at the dollar store. So we went to the Dollar Tree here in our town and kind of picked through some things that we would like to share with you and test out and see if they are worth their money, which by the way is a very affordable price. So we're going to go ahead and jump in. We have some vinyl, a scraper, a weeder tool, a spatula, and some pins. So we're going to be testing all of these today in different ways to see if you can get away with spending a lot less money on your Cricut supplies. And before we do get started, if you happen to be a Cricut beginner, maybe you have an Explorer or a Maker or even a little Joy and you are just new to the world of Cricketing, here at Oak and Lamb, we will be your saving grace. We have over 1,000 digital cut files for you all with free commercial use licensing. We also have courses that are free to all of our members, no matter what type of Cricut machine you have. They're amazing start to finish courses to teach you everything from what comes in the box with your machine to the in and outs of Design Space and how to use lots of different types of materials. You will learn all the techniques you need to become a master cricketer in a very short amount of time. Along with that, we also have some other types of member-only perks as well as a member-only Facebook group that is a lot of our members' very favorite perk. So check out down below, click the link, see what we have to offer here at Oak and Lamb. You will absolutely love the membership. So definitely check it out. Also, if you are new to the channel, welcome. We're so glad you're here. It is completely free for you guys to subscribe down below and to like the video. So definitely do that. Okay, here are the products that we're going to be breaking open and testing out today. Now there are a lot of different things at the Dollar Tree that you could purchase in order to use with your machine, but these are the ones that are most like the original Cricut brand. So here we have some vinyl, the scraper, a weeder tool, a spatula, and pins. Now, but again, there's a wide variety of things. So there'll be some more videos coming out on some other types of craft products that you can get from there. But for today, this is what we're working with. So we have this vinyl paper is what it's marketed as. It's also marketed as permanent, which I think is hysterical. And we have pre-cut some stars out of some vinyl here. So we have this glitter black and this kind of salmon-y, peachy color. So we're going to be testing this out to see how well it ended up cutting and weeding, because I did go ahead and pre-cut it, but of course I can't see very much at this point. I will say it feels a lot thinner than regular vinyl. It feels like the backing is super thin. I think it's more of like almost like a sticker paper than a vinyl, in my opinion. Vinyl seems to have a certain kind of feel, and this one does not have that. So we're going to go ahead and test this out. I have our weeder tool that we use all the time. So let's test out the Dollar Tree. Okay, right off the bat, it's not very sharp at all. That is something I do have to note about it. So this is regular vinyl here. So let's see how it goes. Okay, yeah. Let's try this one over here. Ooh, I do not like how hard I have to push. It's not very sharp at all. The ones we have that we love are from Amazon. I like them much better than the Cricut brand. And oh man, I wish we had. Maybe I'll make Becca take a picture and post it. Maybe, maybe not. But I wish you could see, which you can feel it super easily too. The point on the one that we like is so much sharper, which means less work for you. You don't have to pierce through your mat and through your backing and put a bunch of force behind it like you do with this one. I mean, here's the thing. As far as price, this is not a bad price for a weeding tool, but I don't love it as much as the one we have. But again, if price is something you're very concerned about and weary of, I understand. So we'll continue to use this weeding tool, but we need to break open our scraper tool. Whoa. And this one looks very comparable to the Cricut one. So here's the Cricut one, and here's the one from the dollar store. The back of it has these little ridges. I mean, of course, they're going to be made a little bit cheaper, not as nice. I mean, you can just basically pull this thing apart just like I did. I don't think you can do that with this one. No, I'm pulling really hard. And I mean, this one you can tell like on the bottom here, it's just not as nice made. But again, It's the Dollar Tree. We're not expecting the tip-top highest quality, but just showing you guys so you can see the comparison of them. So if you're new, we use scrapers for a lot of different things. We use it to push and burnish our vinyl down on our mats before we cut it. We use it to help keep paper on our mats before we cut it. We use it to push down on adhesive vinyl after it's been cut before we do the weeding process. These aren't my favorite, and I'll just tell you why. I don't love the hard plastic ones at all, really, because they seem to scrape the vinyl, and these can kind of become jagged and start scratching your vinyl. Now, if you are one of the people who use glossy vinyl, that's going to become a big problem for you as well, because you're going to scratch up your vinyl. We don't want that. So we usually always opt for something like this from 143 Vinyl or from Temu or something like that. It's a little bit bendy. There's a bigger surface area to work with. I feel like it's easier to use in your hand, and it's kind of a more pliable plastic, so it doesn't get all jagged and scratched like this does. But I mean, as a whole, this seems extremely comparable to the Cricut one. Now, you cannot purchase the Cricut one by itself. It always comes with a spatula. And I think the same goes for the spatula. I don't think you can buy a spatula by itself. I think you can only buy them in this kind of pack here. So here is the Cricut one next to the Dollar Tree one. Again, extremely comparable looks-wise, but functionality, we'll see. So I'm going to use my Cricut one here. Does a great job. Sliding back and forth, it glides across my project pretty easily. Let's try this one. My gosh, let me get it started. This one might be a little bit rougher on the edges. Yeah, so I can feel a little, it doesn't slide quite as smooth, but again, honestly, what I just showed you there might make you cringe because I don't really use these, so I don't really know what to use them for. I just did my best shot here to show you. Becca uses this a lot for her paper projects, delicate paper, so I can see it really needing to be flat and sharp like a really, really good spatula tool. And this one's a little bit jagged and bumpy, but again, you do have to weigh the pros and cons of usability versus price and all of that. So far, I think these are worth the price that we paid for them for how they perform, if that makes any sense. So I'm not really judging these too hard. Now let's continue to use these. I'm going to start in the corner and peel this up. Now this is the vinyl from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so it didn't cut that super well. I left it on the same vinyl setting. Okay, yeah, so we're not, it doesn't cut extremely well. To be so thin, I thought it would. And let's investigate this here. So this is a very thin material. It rips like paper. I mean, paper, I can just about see through it. Just about. Okay, so, not the best, not the worst I've ever seen. Let's peel this up here. It's marketed as permanent, which also just makes me laugh because there's just no way. Yeah, so I can see through it. I think it's just not a super common type of vinyl. When you hear vinyl, this is just like not what you think of. So it didn't cut extremely well. It weeds okay, I guess, but it's a very thin, like I wouldn't put it on anything and trust it to stay, if that makes sense. I think it's very thin, like sheer paper, but it's a sticker. I don't know. It doesn't really have any comparison to a nice thick normal adhesive type of adhesive vinyl. So that's just something for you guys to know. Again, for the price that it is, I don't think it's bad to buy for certain situations, but I probably would skip this next time, which I think we all might assume that you'd want to skip the Dollar Tree vinyl anyways. We preach here at Oak and Lamb how important it is to find a good quality product. Now, good quality does not have to mean expensive, but in this case, I would steer clear of the Dollar Tree vinyl and go more for a StarCraft or a Cal 651, in my opinion. Okay, now let's go and try out the pens. Now, I have tried some pens like this before, and this Pro Max, the Ultra Fine, they do fit in the Cricut. Unless they changed them or anything, they do fit in the Cricut clamp A really well. So let's go ahead and bring our Cricut into frame here. And I will let you all see this in action. I'm going to open this up and grab a pen. They had black, blue, red, and I think a green. So I'm going to take the cap off of that, open up my clamp, pop it in. And it actually kind of snaps in like the Cricut pens, which is awesome. So if you're looking for a really good cheap alternative, this is a good one, I think. Now I just have it going to be drawing the word hello. It's not going to be filling in the font or anything like that. It's just going to be a really basic outline just to see kind of how the pen performs and things like that. So let's go ahead and see how it goes. Always, always, always pop the pen out of your clamp and put the cap on it right when you're done. We hear all too often about the pens drying out, and that will really help the process. Now, this did a phenomenal job. This did great. I think the pen went really easily into the clamp. It didn't pop up on us. The color is nice and vibrant. This is a super thin, because it is an ultra fine, so you might find some of this same brand, this Pro Max, that aren't ultra fine, that have, you know, a bit thicker of tips on them. That would be great. But as far as pens go and affordability, this is a really good purchase in my opinion. I hope that you all did enjoy these little tests and comparisons between some Cricut brand products that you can find much cheaper at the Dollar Tree. So overall, I think that really you get what you pay for there. Some of them could be a really decent price, especially depending on the types of crafts that you want to do. With the affordability, I think the quality does really meet the standard there as far as what you pay for. So that is something to consider. I will always preach to definitely get your pens from the Dollar Tree though, as quickly as they dry out and as not often as we use them around here. It just doesn't make sense to pay the super high, outrageous prices that Cricut has us pay. So do take that into account, but I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, leave us a comment down below. Like I mentioned before, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. If you have any recommendations for some projects or comparison videos or anything like that, we would love to hear them, so leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Click down below in the very first link in the description to join Oak and Lamb, see what we have to offer. We are an incredible community and we would love to walk hand in hand with you, no matter what kind of area in crafting you are passionate about. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you another day for another video.